the AC Pulse, where power, systems, and culture get examined without apology. I'm Amanda Corrales. I work at the intersection of creativity, labor, and accountability, especially in spaces that profit from artists while pretending they don't. This show is not about gossip. It's not about drama, and it's definitely not about speculation. It's about patterns, paper trails, and what happens when institutions assume artists aren't going to notice or won't push back. Today's episode is the first in a documented series. Not opinions and not vibes. Receipts. Let's begin. Wait, before we go further, I'll share this though. I just released the Artist Code Power, an educational ebook. It's designed to be open anywhere, read slowly, and put down when your body feels steadier. It's linked in the show description. People love to say, well, maybe it was just a misunderstanding. Maybe you didn't communicate clearly. Maybe you didn't read. Maybe you're reading too much into it. So today, we're going to walk through the paper trail, step by step, submission by submission, receipt by receipt. No maybes, no misunderstandings, just proof. In March 2023, I submitted an official rental inquiry to Redline through their event portal. Their form asked me for details like event type, description, nonprofit status, the usual. I submitted my event concept, Artist Through the Prism, a TikTok style storytelling series for artists with 10-minute personal narratives, interactive workshops, and an empowerment-centered nonprofit model. Here's the actual excerpt from what I submitted. Artist Through the Prism is an inspiring speaking event designed in the style of a TED Talk, uniquely tailored for artists. This event offers a compelling platform for artists to share their creative journeys, encapsulating their experiences, challenges, and triumphs in a captivating 10-minute story. Each artist is invited to take the audience through their personal odyssey in the world of art, illustrating how they navigated the complex landscape of creativity, financial hurdles, and personal growth. Clear, documented in their system.
Sometimes your submission gets lost. Not on purpose, of course. We call it an inspirational overlap. Rest assured, we take things seriously when lawyers get involved.
Fast forward, I get a response from their events manager, Barbara. Hello, Amanda. I found the form from March. I had our team members do some further research, and here it is attached. In other words, they had my inquiry. They pulled it from their system. They knew exactly what I submitted. And here's where the first red flag waves. Hold on. Quick grounding note. Again, I just released the Artist Code Power. It's not a workbook. It is a guided companion for artists navigating moments just like this one, where clarity, boundaries, and self-trust matter way more than permission. It's in the link in the show description. After confirming they received my inquiry, instead of collaborating with me, they went silent. And months later, Redline's 48 Hours Summit 2024 magically included 10-minute TED Talk style presentations, interactive workshops, socially engaged artist storytelling, language lifted almost word for word from my event description. They didn't just get inspired, they copy pasted. When I saw the promotional materials, I knew I was not imagining things. So I documented everything. Screenshots of my original submission, screenshots of Redline's lifted promotional language, and the rental contract page, a formal invoice, and my copyright notice, certified mailed delivery of the notice to their executive director. Immediate action required. Payment due date, June 30th, 2024. Failure to comply within the specified 7-day period will result in further legal action to protect my intellectual property rights. I gave them a chance. A professional, formal, paper trail documented chance. You know what they chose? Silence. And then they chose lawyers. Without this paper trail, they would have said I was just making accusations, misremembering, confused. But here's the reality: document everything, because exploitation always relies on erasure. And I was not about to be erased. This is one reason why the Artist Code Power exists, and it just launched. It's a guided companion for artists who want stability without erasure. You'll find it in the linked in the show description. Let me say that again. You'll find it linked in the show description. In our next episode, we give even more specific details. I'm going to put their lifted promotional language side by side with mine, word for word. You're not going to believe how sloppy and how entitled they got. This is the AC Pulse. We don't just tell you the harm, we show you the proof. Oh, wait, before we close this file, I just want to say this. If this episode resonates, not because it's shocking, but because it's familiar, and not to amplify drama, but to disrupt that silence. Artists are often isolated on purpose. Sharing breaks that isolation. It reminds people they're not imagining what they experience, and they are absolutely not alone in it. You can send this episode to someone directly or share it publicly if it feels aligned. That's how the AC Pulse moves, not through virality, but through recognition. So follow the AC Pulse on Spotify, find us on Instagram, and watch the full episodes on YouTube. I'll see you in the next episode.